Hello and welcome to today's Advent drink-along video. I'm Luke and today we're drinking a beer from Thief. Do not be alarmed, the beer in your glass is different to the beer in my glass, but we will get to that shortly. It is another absolutely beautiful day and it is a good day to be drinking IPA. You probably enjoy IPAs. I think most of us do. So we've got some absolute crackers in this box, including the beer that you're drinking, which is probably Nectaronicon from Thief, or it may be Huhu. So they're two really great hazes that we've got from Thief lined up today. But first of all, who is Thief? Thief is a small family brewery operation out of Canterbury, the little region of Taitapu, quite close to Christchurch on the peninsula. And it's a chap called Steve that's been brewing for quite a few years now, but it's just in the last year or two that they've really leveled up with a really beautiful looking brew shed that's just on the top of a hill in Taitapu, and they've got a 10-barrel brew kit, which is still relatively small. But it means that they can get some beers out and about and a little bit further afield than just their local few bars. So yeah, it's been really great so far in Advent to be including some beers from some really great small brewers that maybe you haven't tried before. I reckon for a lot of you, this could be the first Thief beer that you've tried. So it's really cool to have the Coromandel Town Supply Co, Alchemy Street, and a whole bunch of other small brewers in here. At the moment, beer has been going through quite a tumultuous time, and there have been a lot of closures and purchases, and it's all a bit doom and gloom. But let's not forget that there are lots of really cool success stories that are happening all around the country. There are various breweries that are opening up or expanding or doing really cool stuff, so it absolutely is not all doom and gloom. Thief is a big part of that. So my friend Mike Cheer, who I mentioned a few days ago with his involvement with Volstead when they were getting set up, he was also involved with Steve and getting things going at Thief. So he's a bit of a rotating consultant that gets around the world, actually. But Thief are all about IPAs. They do some really good sours as well, and they're really known for their IPAs. And actually, the Nectaronicon that a lot of you are drinking won a gold medal at the AIBAs last year. And it's just, absolute superstar beer. And so the reason that some of you have got Nectaronicon, some of you have got Huhu, it's a thing I don't think we've ever done before in the Advent calendar with splitting a slot. Because for me, the whole point of it is that we all drink the same beer at the same time and get to have that shared experience, hundreds of us all across New Zealand. But I thought I'd make an exception for Thief, just because I really, really wanted to get some of Steve's beer in the box. And they make small batches, so he didn't quite have enough of the Nectaronicon, but I thought, we could send the Huhu to a bunch of people as well. They're both equally great beers. They're very similar base beers, actually, but with different hop profiles. So if you're trying one and want to try the other, try and get hold of it, because they're all great. Definitely, one is not better than the other. You're not missing out if you have one rather than the other. And although I have tried those beers, I'm not drinking it today because we sent them all to you. So I'm drinking one of the other beers. I'm drinking the West Coast IPA, which is Frogwaller, which is really enjoyable. Really excellent examples of New England IPAs, and obviously gold medal winning. So the beer judges and professionals agree with us too. Beers that are really full-bodied, super aromatic, and just a joy to drink in the sunshine, really. Super low bitterness, great mouthfeel. So the family behind Thief were actually one of Christchurch's founding families of ancestral European settlers. So a few days ago, when we were talking about the Vienna Lager's origins in 1841, and I was talking about all the exciting stuff happening around the world in the 1840s, when it was 1843 that Steve's family were one of the first settlers in Christchurch. as the Europeans were moving into New Zealand and getting all around the place. So the Taitapu brewery site, which is where their home is really linked to their ancestral home, where the family has lived for over 170 years now. So that's a really nice sense of connection with the land and with the place. And it's interesting to read about their brewery, which is completely off-grid. So it works in isolation. So their water, their electricity, their wastewater, it is beautifully located on the top of a hill on the peninsula. And they are self-sustaining and really look after themselves. So they worked in collaboration with, as it says in the can actually, Lincoln University. They operate under the guidance of an environmental plan that was developed by Lincoln University, which is really cool. They're really dedicated to sustainable brewing. So it's definitely that holistic sort of farming mentality that they really care about the sense of place. And you're tasting a little bit of that sense of place in this beer. And another thing I love about Thief is their graphic design, which is really cool. The whole like typewriter aesthetic is, I think, pretty great. And the artist that does all the artwork for them, I think her name is Hannah. Apologies, I should write down notes for these talks. But it's the same artist that does all of their artwork. And Steve was saying that he just gives her the name of the beer to start with, basically. And there's no brief, there's no real feedback or back and forth. It's completely her creative control. And she just comes up with these awesome kind of Dada-esque cut and paste sort of Hannah Hock style photo montages and images that are really abstract and as I say, kind of Dada inspired. And no one else is really doing anything like that in New Zealand. We see refrigerators filled with beers that are full of cartoons and monsters and explosions and riots of colour. And I've said before that if you're an alien looking at a refrigerator filled with beers from New Zealand brewers, you probably might think that these were beverages that were aimed at 13-year-old boys, because that is definitely the vibe that I feel like a lot of the labels give off, which are cool and they're fun to look at, and there's a whole riot of colour. But I also enjoy it when breweries go in a bit of a different direction, like the Abandoned beer that we had recently, the photographs that they use on the labels. This Thief, which is, it's mad, don't get me wrong, the same as these explosive cartoon type images that we see everywhere, but mad in a bit of a different way. And it's nice that it's referencing art history, etc. So I hope you enjoyed this beer today. If it is your first time having a beer from Thief, well, I'm excited that we've been able to share it with you. That is kind of the whole point of this advent calendar, that we can expose some of the smaller breweries and some more interesting beers to people all over the country, because with their 10-barrel brewery, it is unlikely that they are going to be expanding and having 6-packs in every local corner shop and supermarket anytime soon, and that is a very good thing. I think the future that I see for New Zealand beer is more small breweries, more regional breweries, more brew pubs. I think that sort of 10-barrel brew size is kind of the perfect size, really, to have a sustainable business and a healthy business without endlessly trying to expand and grow and try and compete with the giants, and not be run by accountants, to be able to make beers like this that are, as I always remind people, really fucking expensive to make. Hops are very, very expensive, and delicious IPAs are good because they contain a lot of hops. It's kind of as simple as that. So if you enjoy drinking really, really good beers, then support independent producers, because that means they're not going to go out of business. And you can be damn sure that Lion and DB, who are owned by Mitsubishi and Heineken, do not care about putting lots of hops in your beer, or lots of vanilla or chocolate or expensive duty alcohol for that matter. If we once again went back to the awful duopoly in New Zealand that we had in the 1970s, you can be damn sure that it would quickly be a race to the bottom as the brewers try to just have two different beers that compete against each other and become beers that use fewer and fewer good ingredients and have lower ABV and are just shit. So, support breweries like Thief that are doing cool stuff. Anyway, thanks for joining us for today in Advent. See you tomorrow. Cheers.